Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, he talked to me about the importance of this young running back. Just a freshman, he has continued to showcase his talent. They gave him an opportunity early in the season, and they have been rewarded. He continues to shine and be very productive at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to keep you posted on how he plays here in the first quarter. They're feeding him early and often. He's in the script. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Longhorns ready to kick it away first. That ball skips through the end zone. And they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Looking for a crease, it's Hill. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll pull it down and run. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Keelan Russell. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. To the ground to try to... And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And the try is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Got a little grass. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Throws to the back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Arch Madness. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs when you bring in two who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it Smothers. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Russell. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give the extra yards after the catch.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the 2nd.
Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Arch is going to throw for it. On the move and looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Ready, ready. One, under. Slap.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good.
There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit.
Snags it, and he's open. Oh, what a caught! Touchdown, Longhorn! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Quarterback keeps it. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Here's the pressure. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, and you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone, the offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Here's Arch to throw. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty.
Flag 14. Flag 14.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The corners are walked up tight. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're dealing with a second and long. Throwing Russell. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Dropping back, it's Russell. Under fire. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find the answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Keelan Russell. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safety.
Makes the grab in their space. They bring him down, but not before he gets a... at the 35. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Russell. He's going to take a shot. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Manning. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
To throw, Manning. Under fire. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Snagged out of the air. At the 45 on his way. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throwing Russell. Got a man. It's Meadows. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Florida Atlantic taking on the number 24 team, the Army Black Knights.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
And it's the Owls Coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
That one comes out hot down the right side. And he went for it all on first down, didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it.
He's got it down the field. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Here's Manning to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. Pace to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And this offense has really struggled. And the only play they've made is to him out wide. So I understand why they're going back to him, but they've got to find something to get kick-started, to get moving, to get grooving. They've really, really struggled outside of the one play to that receiver out wide.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Lets it fly. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Manning. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Rides the option, he keeps it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Russell from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with this target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense.
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
And, man, if you want to make big plays down the field, that's how it's done. It starts up front with the offensive line, and he had so much time to go through his progressions and then go through it again, man. So much time in the pocket. He delivers the big play down the field. Kudos to that offensive line right there.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Making side adjustments here. Throwing Manning. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice awareness by the DB.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And he pulls it again. He's been doing it time and time again. This defense has not changed up enough the picture, the look, to make it harder for this QB to make different decisions or make difficult runs.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this 1st down. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Alabama pushing the tempo.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keelan Russell. Here's a heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Manning. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it down the field. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern.
Freeze, freeze.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Fires to the right. It's caught. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Return. Level. Booster. Go.
Manning to the air again. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. A run for the quarterback. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Russell. Throwing right. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
3rd and 6 yards to go. He wants to change this route. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Working that left side now. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Here we go, ready, check.
The run inside. It's Smothers. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Arch Madness. Makes the grab. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Manning from the gun on third down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And, you know, it does look as if they're going to leave the offense out there. And I guess you look at time and score, you can kind of understand a field goal doesn't help you that much. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
Showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Throwing Russell. That's caught. It's Edwards. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And, guys, we got to see his first start, right? Like, get started into this, being a highly recruited high school kid, taking that next step. And I'll tell you what, Jesse, watching his tape over these last weeks and now getting into the middle of the season, later part of the season, he looks like he's the part. Can he carry this team to the next level, to a natty?
That's what people are talking about now, Dave, because here's the thing. Everybody knew he had...
Snagged it, and there's running room. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Trying to pick it up on the ground. There's a crease. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown time! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Arch is going to throw for it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
To the air. It's Manning. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. Oh, and out of space. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
Defensively, the clock late in the game where you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
Using his legs, it Smothers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Here's Arch to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll use a timeout here. 2:06 remaining on the clock. Of course, it stops again at the 2-minute mark. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He lets it fly. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Keelan Russell throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Get things started on this drive from the 24. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the back. To throw, Manning. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Unloads to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is a big 3rd down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the 1st down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now, because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Hart's going to spin it again. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Might be calling a hot route. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. Just steamrolling the defense. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
That's something as a defense you got to be prepared for. In a 2-minute situation like this, you know they're going to try to throw the football to the sidelines and get guys out of bounds. So you got to have outside leverage, or you need zone defense to help out and try to bracket guys on these outbreaking routes.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. The quick out. Smashes him with the stiff arm. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Really, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. On the move. Touchdown, Texas! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Russell. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Russell from the gun on third down. Oh, they're after him. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on fourth down.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites.